Happy birthday to you. Have you had anybody sing to you yet today?
Um, no, mostly messages on my messenger and message on my phone. It's just blown up this morning. So,
You never
but
feel
yeah,
more
thank
popular
you.
than you do on your birthday, huh?
Yeah, thank you for the birthday wish.
Of course. So we're here with Shane Van Boening, and we're just getting started. So we'll take just a couple seconds here while we allow people to get into the chat room, find out about the video. We're already up to 20 viewers and 25, blah, 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 blah. Jasper Gann says, hello, Shane. And it's in all caps, so it means something.
Yeah,
So, Shane, where are you at?
I am in Des Moines, Iowa. It's, Pioneer tournament this week. Uh, Big Dog Days. So,
And that's a pretty nice background. Are you sitting at the hotel right now? Is that a golf course in
no,
the
I
background?
am actually staying at a good friend of mine that I've known for about 5 or 6 years. He lives on the golf course. So
Gotcha. Yeah, it looks like there's what is he got a nice lake hole right behind you?
actually, it's a tee box right here. So you can see the tee box, couple tee boxes. So,
Not
but
too bad, not too bad. And when are you starting at Big Dogs? When's your first match?
first match will be tonight, playing the one pocket tournament, and then the 10 ball tournament will start in a couple days throughout the weekend.
Gotcha. One pocket. That's you've never liked the game of one pocket all that much, have you?
No, no, and the reason why I don't like to play one pocket is, I got probably, you know, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years of my career. I would just, put in the best effort for rotation pool, 9 ball, 10 ball. The biggest reason why is just, to give big support for Matchroom. Matchroom put on the big events, 9 ball events, and that's where the money's at in the industry today.
Yeah, it's certainly where it's going to be going forward. It looks like too. So
Yes.
you know, and I think it's the most fun. I think it's the most viewer friendly. I think you really got to be a huge pool nut to want to watch 6 hours of pool or 6 hours of one pocket where they may only play 7 games. You got to be a
Yeah.
pretty avid fan.
Yep.
Yeah. So I guess real quick before we really jump into the match, what we're going to talk about today, you just, I guess throughout all of your career, you've played every game that there is to play. Do you have an actual favorite game?
I do have a favorite game is 8 ball. I grew up playing 8 ball. I think 8 ball is a great game. I wish there was like big 8 ball tournaments like the IPT did back in the days. It'd be nice to have a world 8 ball tournament again. Um, 8 ball is it's a great game.
That actually surprises me a little bit. I figured you would have said 10 ball, just because you put so much work into really refining and building that game. But
Yeah, I mean 10 ball is actually a good game for your rotation game. It's all about the break, and then you got to run out, and it's a I think it's a better game than 9 ball, just the edge of it, um, but it's actually another good game. So
yeah. All right. Well, let's get jumped into the big matchup we're going to be talking about. Of course, you just finished up the race to 150 with Sky Woodward. You at the end of day one, you were down 50 to 45. At the end of day two, you were up 100 to 89, and you closed out the match 150 to 114. So, first question for you is that a line that you thought you could be able to get to pretty easily? Is that a bit of a surprise? What are your general takeaways of the final score?
um, the final score is pretty close than I thought it was going to be. First day it was a struggle because Sky had a good start and I couldn't get a lead, and I couldn't come back and get him. I came back a couple times, but I couldn't close it out. Um, it's just I missed a couple of mistakes. Shouldn't happen. And then the second day, it was a struggle at the beginning once again. And then when he had me down 70 to 63, I went outside for about 10 minutes and just try to clear my head, talk to myself for a couple minutes. And then I went back in, changed it to beast mode, and won 26 games after that. But truly, what happened is I took a bottle of water. When I went outside, I took a bottle of water. I let all my emotions out, let all my anger out. I took a bottle of water and I threw it so hard at the building and didn't even blew up the bottle of water, actually. And
So is that a testament of your
was
pitching arm?
I was more frustrated because I couldn't get the table going. I couldn't get the packages going like I wanted to, like I was expecting to. Um, but that was the frustrating part, and I just let all my emotions out outside, and went back in, and I just changed myself to beast mode and won 26 games after that with a 10-pack.
Yeah.
So, I mean it takes a moment like that just to change yourself.
Tanner Pruitt says he's going to incorporate the water bottle method. That's
I
awesome.
didn't, I was just so angry at myself. Why, why can't I play my best game? And that's pretty much what I did.
Well, I got a question for you, because right around when that 26 in a row started, that's really when you started to find your break. That's also right around when that giant rainstorm came through. Do you think that had a little bit to do, maybe changing the humidity in the room? It kind of just made your break
Oh
work for
yeah.
whatever reason?
Oh yeah. I mean, the humidity in Oklahoma was just insane, especially on the first day. Um, yeah, I mean, I couldn't get used to the table. It was just the rails were boring, and there's certain shots that I had to be careful. And when I'm trying to be careful, I can't really play my best game. So, and that was the frustrating part. So once I got my break going, and that's when the whole game changed. So
Yeah. And for anybody, this is one of the things that you really got to be on site for. No one will really realize that during that second day, right around when you started that 26 in a row, it was raining so hard in Oklahoma that you could not see the cars 15 feet outside in the parking lot. It was raining so hard you could not see any of them.
oh,
And
I didn't know it was raining. I mean, I had my hearing aid shut off, but I guess you could hear the rain coming down, but I didn't actually really hear anything. So, but I was just trying to focus on my game, and
yeah.
so.
Yeah, I bet they got 3 hours, or I bet they got about 3 inches of rain in about 45 minutes. It was raining that hard for that long. And that's one thing that you don't get from the stream at home, of course, is, that's going to change the humidity in the room drastically. And right when that happened, your break started working perfectly. It's like the pool gods were like, nah, all right, we're going to let Shane win for a while. Here we go.
Yeah.
Have some rain, right? So I guess let's look at the match as a whole. You win by, I guess, 36 games. It's not really close. Sky comes into this match being dubbed the Bar Box King. Do you think that this takes that title away and gives it to you, or do you think you still got to do a little bit more before, or even do you even want the title of it? What's your thoughts on that as a whole?
I really don't want the title of it. I think Bar Box King is just it's just not a good taste to me. Sky is a great player on the bar table. I was a little nervous at the beginning because he had a good break, such a good break, and
breaking and running a 7 to start the match is tough.
yeah, that's when I realized that I'm gonna be in trouble for the whole match. But since he had a lot of dry breaks and scratches on the break, that's why I got the big lead. So,
Yeah.
but
So,
King of the Bar Tables, I mean, I'm not really into it, so I just like to play.
gotcha. So, if you were to run it back with Sky, would you play 10 ball again, or would you want to play 8 ball?
Either game. Whatever game he wants to play. I mean, that's up to him. So I'll give him another challenge. So if he wants to play 8 ball, I'm down for it.
Got you. All right, so let's move on. I guess you're now in Des Moines. You're here for the Big Dogs, the Midwest Expo. You're playing in all of the events.
Yeah. Yep.
Got you. And so that's immediately next on your radar. But before we jump into that, let's talk about. There was a little bit of barking on Facebook, and this always happens. But you said basically anybody in the world can get played on 10 ball, and it looked like there was a screenshot of Dennis on a video call talking to Mike Ong about potentially setting that up. Is that something you'd want to do?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to play the game again, 10 ball match. I know I beat him 2 years ago, but I don't know if he's up for the same challenge. You know, I've only played on standard tables. I'm not going to play on gappy 4-inch pockets. I mean, why would you want to play a game like that where you can't do a lot of shots on 4-inch pockets? I mean, I would like to see more cue ball action. Standard table, you can pretty much do anything. But you can't do um, a lot of shots in 4-inch pockets. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to play on 4-inch pockets. Um, but I mean, as long as if you want to play on standard table, I'll do it. So
What about 4 1/4? Find somewhere in the middle.
yeah, if it's 4 1/4, that's fine. I mean, if it's similar to the Whirlpool Masters this year, um, the table was 4 1/8, I think.
Yeah,
Brand new
that sounds right.
tablecloth, brand new balls. If the table's like that, that's fine. I'm down for it. That's a good table to play on. So I mean, I just can't play on 4-inch pockets when the tablecloth is real old and you're playing with old balls. That's just not going to work for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it sounds like you're willing to negotiate to make this match happen. So that makes it pretty exciting for the rest of us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for it. I mean, I just can't have it extremely tight where you can't do certain shots. I mean, it's not really cool if you're going to do that.
Yeah, I agree. So, is there anybody else on your radar that you'd like to get besides Dennis? I mean, we've seen you and Dennis play probably 6, 7, 8, 9 times at this point between your two's careers. Is there anybody else on your radar that you'd like to get in the box with?
I would like to see Wu Jiaqin Wu and see if he
Ooh,
want to play 10 ball, uh, or maybe Josh Grove.
yes. You just made 160 people in here just like happiest they've ever been. We've been trying to see that matchup for a long time now.
Yeah, I mean, I see that there's a lot of people talking about Wu for a long time and just never happened. I think it has something to do with he's in China, but it's hard for him to get over here. So maybe someday we'll make it happen before I retire.
Yeah. Do you know if any of the Chinese are going to make it over for the U.S. Open?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Have you heard if any of the Chinese players are going to be able to make it over for the U.S. Open? I haven't heard
I
anything about it.
I haven't seen the player list. No.
Got you. All right, so let's discuss, I guess, your upcoming matches or upcoming events that you for sure are going to be going. Not speculating. We got Big Dogs this weekend for you. What do you have in the coming weeks past that?
I am going to Pennsylvania for the junior national VNA national championship. Gonna go play with the kids, and then I will be going to Tucson, Arizona after that to play the first Predator tournament, and after that I'll possibly will be going to Sacramento for after Dominguez tournament, and then I haven't quite got my schedule yet for August. Probably gonna take a week off in August, and then we'll have a full schedule end of August through September. U.S. Open, uh, Vegas, CSI, um, and then October the International Open with the straight pool, um, and then November possibly we'll have to quarantine for the Moscone Cup. So
Mhm. Yeah, and I heard during that week off that you wanted to take, I heard a couple of those Lakers were talking smack about you. They wanted to. They said
Yeah,
you can't catch them.
I'm definitely trying to go fishing, but the full schedule just it's pretty crazy right now. And
Uh-oh, I think we lost your audio. We lost your audio, I think. Did you mute yourself on the bottom left? Uh-oh. Now you're stuck with me, everyone. Haha. Now we're going to lose 400 viewers. Can you hear us? Shane? Hello? Can you hear us, Shane?
is there?
Yep. Can you hear us? Well, now we have your audio and we can't hear you. You can't hear us now. The joys of technology, huh?
Just a second.
Yep. Can you hear us? Technology. Find it.
I don't know why I can't hear you.
So if oh, bye Shane. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get him back. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get him back. There he is. Can you hear us?
Yep, I'm here.
This is an easy game. This technology stuff's not so difficult.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. So I have a question from you for my co-host, and I was told that if I don't ask this question, he's going to leave the show for good. So, is it easier to catch the Lakers in the summer or the winter?
I usually go during the fall, winter, and the spring. So summer is just too crowded with the boaters, and so.
So you ain't got yourself no private lake. You got to get yourself a private lake, Shane. Come on.
No.
So, I guess there was a couple questions out there in the chat that I thought were pretty good. And this has been a rumor, and I don't know if this is true or not. But so when you're breaking the balls, do you look to your right at the diamond?
No, I'm actually just focusing on the one ball and the cue ball at the same time. So and partially the aiming where I'm trying to hit the one.
Okay, so I think Billy Thorpe during I want to say during your matchup with maybe it was Jason Shaw was talking about how on the break you like when you're especially when you're cutting the racks you like to look over at the right rail where you're trying to get your cue ball to hit off the cut.
Actually, I didn't even know that I'm actually doing that until Billy actually showed me what I'm doing. But I thought I was just looking at the cue ball and then looking at the nine ball. I mean, not the nine ball, but the one ball. Where I'm trying to break balls. I mean, that's what I'm actually trying to focus on.
So there's no big secret. That's just
No.
got you. And then so I think a good thing to talk about maybe I saw today on Facebook that you announced a partnership with Omega TV. Did you want to talk about that at all?
Yeah, Omega TV, Billiards TV. We started doing matches, big matches, big money matches actually, and I think they're doing actually a good job to promote their business as well. And they put on big matches, that everybody actually wants to see. So we don't see that very often, and they're the only people that can actually make it happen. So just say a big thank you to Mike and Omega Billiards. They're doing an awesome job.
And you're one of the players who has seemingly infinite amount of sponsors. Why don't you take a little bit of time and talk about the rest of them?
Q-Tech, my big sponsor that I've been working for almost 15 years almost. And then we have Rashon Billiards. They send me a table in my house, and I represent them as well. We got VNA Pooley. I started playing VNA when I was young, and now they got me on board. They want me to work with the juniors and go to the VNA Nationals. And great people. And we have, Dynasty balls, the good balls, awesome balls to play with, fastest for your table. And then we have Andy Clark, um, another good company for table clock for your table. And then, am I missing one more?
How tips.
And then How Tips. Good tips. I've been playing with that for almost a year now. And I really love the tip as well.
Yep. And How is a sponsor to this this podcast as well. So go Jenny Lynn and go How Tips. We love them too. That's what I play with on my cue.
Yep.
So we'll get you out of here on this one last question.
Okay.
What is your Mount Rushmore of pool players, and you can include yourself? Who are the 4 greatest pool players to ever play the game?
To be on the face of the Mount Rushmore?
Yep.
We got Efren, we got Earl, possibly me, and then one more would be, trying to think of a European player.
Niels, potentially. Darren.
Kind of hard to choose between Neil, Darren, and Ralph Souquet, so I'll probably have to go with Ralph on that one. So.
Ralph Souquet. I mean, the guy has never reached the highs that any of the other players has, but that guy has been a absolute beast for about 94 years now. So
Yeah.
Seems like no matter what the tournament is, no matter what the time is, he's always there at the end. It's incredible.
Yep.
So, well, Shane, I know you got a pretty busy schedule, and you wanted to do about 15 minutes, and we've been a little over that, so I appreciate you hanging around with us for the rest of this interview. And best of luck. Happy birthday one more time, and snap off big dogs.
I will try. So thank you for everybody for all your support, and have a wonderful day.
Yep. Take care, everyone. Thanks again for tuning in.